Hey everybody, if you're watching this video, thank you for joining us. I'm Kate Emerson, Quick Shift Daver, and I'm interviewing my dear friend and colleague and cohort, Venetia, and we thought it would be really important for you to get to know her a little bit if you're going to come and spend some time with us.
Lovely.
So Ven, you're a single mom,
Yes.
busy, come from corporate,
Yes.
20 years in corporate.
Yes.
Have your own business. So
Yes.
I want to find out a little bit more about how you juggle all those crazy balls.
Right.
But tell us a little bit first about your business. What is
Okay.
it?
So I call my business The Fit Way. We focus on health, wellness, fitness, and particularly for women our age. I'm 47.
I'm
and
50.
I'm quite happy to say how old I am. But I know there's a huge gap in the market
For us.
for women to be understood and to be helped and to be shown the way that
way-
helps us.
And I'm going to interrupt because the way Ven spells her business is so cool. So it's The Fit Way. but
Yes,
the second word,
WEIGH, of course, because that's
Absolutely.
always an issue in our lives.
what are the big challenges? And so how do you work currently?
So, Kate, I started the Fit Way 2 years ago and started very small, training women, as I said, generally our age, from home. And then
That's got its challenges, doesn't it?
absolutely. But then also felt that there was a huge gap in the market. So I landed up approaching Virgin Active.
As you can see, yeah.
And I became a personal trainer, and they were so happy to have me as one of their tenants because they also felt that there's a huge gap. There's a lot of young trainers.
Yeah, and I don't want to be trained by someone who's 20. They don't
No.
understand my body, my needs, menopause,
No,
my back
absolutely.
issues. They don't get me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I started taking on clients, men and women, and loving it. I also do online training. So if you can't get to the gym
great.
and you're stuck a little bit for cash,
Or traffic.
or traffic, absolutely, or you hate the gym and you preferred your
valid.
own space, I offer the service online, and it's exactly like having a personal coach. So I try and offer services to clients to sort out all sorts of needs. Their fitness needs, health needs, wellness, diet, nutrition, life.
And one of the things, so Ven and I met 8 years ago, is your absolute passion for all things body, life, energy, training. And Ven has done things I could never even imagine, from the 30-day vegan challenge, which is one
Yes.
thing that's easy for me, but competitions and
Yes.
transformational body work and
Yes.
12 weeks of transformation. And this woman is, when I say I think I'm disciplined, you are dedication personified when it comes to how you live in this vehicle. And I've always deeply admired that about you. So whenever I'm
Oh, thanks,
flagging,
Kate.
I often think, but God, Venetia can do it. It's like, come on, Kate, get yourself together. So what is, like, tell me as a single mom, like, what are some of the challenges you, first of all,
Right.
and your clients, like
Right.
the women predominantly
Yes.
that you work with, what are some of the challenges of making time
Oh,
for yourself,
gosh.
and why taking time out and looking after your body? Why is that
So
important to you, and
important.
how have you managed that?
Well, Kate, I realize that we as moms, we as women, we as mothers, we get so wrapped up in other people's lives. And I found that and realized that I was always last on my list of priorities. And that is why I started getting involved and doing these things for myself, because I realized I needed outlets to de-stress me out, to find some kind of balance in my life. Because at the end of the day, when you're a stressed mom or wife, you're no good to anybody else.
Yeah.
And it's important that you do something for yourself, and at the end of the day, you help yourself as well as those around you.
Yeah, and that was some of the work we did when you came to me for coaching.
That's
So
right.
it's like, how do I, I talk about hashtag what about me, because that's it. You know this. If you're watching this, so if you're a guy watching this, like, how do you also put yourself first?
Correct.
But we're really dealing with this phenomenon of we put ourselves last, and I'm calling bullshit on
Absolutely.
it, because as I've sort of hit 50, I realize how precious our time is.
100%.
And so what have we put together? Like, what are you excited about bringing forward on this retreat that we're running together? Like, just the concept of, actually, I'm going to go back. what is the concept of retreats about? Something about Mauritius and Greece, and how do you take time out away from, say, your current life to focus?
So, I've been lucky enough to attend a couple of Kate's retreats, and I'm so glad I did, because I honestly took so much out of it, and I'm better for it. And so I'm so excited about the concept of a retreat.
Can I ask you, because was it ever quite hard to gift yourself the money and the time to pay?
Absolutely, that was
the
the
huge
hardest
thing
part.
that comes up of like, am I worth it? Do I deserve this? I can spend this money on whatever,
Correct.
more gym clothes or something for my child. And
Correct.
it's hard.
So spending money on yourself is a big deal, because there are other things that require attention. But actually, at the end of the day, we need to give ourselves more than what we do. We need to respect ourselves and to respect that time and the work and the effort that we need to put into ourselves. And the way to do it is through a retreat. Because on a retreat, whether it's for 2 days, 3 days, a week,
A year. That's our next one.
Absolutely. You are focused on improving yourself, your motivation for life generally, your motivation for moving forward, to getting unstuck from wherever you are. There are huge benefits.
And I think sometimes just the act of committing, like I always find that's important, and the getting to the retreat
Absolutely.
is like,
It's the hardest part. So once you say, I've paid it, I've booked it, and getting to that point is hard, because you're letting go of cash, and we all a little bit cash strapped these months. But once you've done it, I'll tell you, it is the most amazing feeling. And when you walk away after being on your retreat, you realize the value that you have added to your life, and the amount of money that you've spent.
It's irrelevant.
And it was absolutely minuscule in terms of what you gain out of a retreat.
So what are you going to be doing on we've got a 3-day spring clean reboot. What are you going to be bringing to the party?
So my philosophy at the Fitway is eat, train, live. So we're going to focus on healthy nutrition and not fancy stuff, not complicated stuff. I want to be able to show ladies how to live nutritiously without, making it too complicated.
It's energy.
100%. And then also on the training side, training doesn't mean you need to go to gym and train weights. Training can be any form of body movements. And also, once again, at our age, heavy weights and hectic CrossFit type training does actually more damage. So all I want to instill is the philosophy of movement. And we're going to do a lot of that.
Some walking maybe?
Walking, some yoga.
Beautiful place that we're going to.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Pilates, just moving our body.
And are we allowed a little bit of wine?
Absolutely.
Balance.
Is too short.
And then tell me about how, when a client comes to you for the first time, because I know that you're going to be assessing everybody, but what is that? What little tricks do you have up your sleeve for that, so that people take stock of their bodies?
Right. So the whole idea of our Spring Reboots retreat is to be able to give the ladies tools. So what I want to do, first of all, is to sit one-on-one with the ladies, assess where you're at, assess what your goals are, where you're at, and how we're going to get there.
So I think, oh my God, you're going to put me on a scale, which I hate. So tell me how do you do that? What else can you tell me about my body that is not just weight related?
Absolutely.
Because that's so negative for me.
100%. So there are different ways of measuring. You can measure using tape measure, looking at body fat. But for me, it's understanding your health history, what you've been doing, and how we can improve on that. So if you've been sedentary for a long time, just the fact that we're going to put you on an exercise or movement program is great for starters.
And then what about after the retreat? So kind of driving home from, an hour out of Joburg, driving back to the stress. What are you going to give them going forward? Because it's almost like, well, so what? So you come on a weekend, you spend the money, great, changes your life, and now what? Because I think that almost becomes the integration becomes the harder part.
Absolutely.
So how do you help them beyond?
So with my online training, I'm going to be giving each lady a program that they can follow once they leave the retreat, and once we've completed the assessment. I will take the assessment knowing what kind of plan I need to put in place for everybody, and everybody is different.
So it's customized for them.
Customized for them
And their lifestyle.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I travel a lot, so I
Yes.
I don't do gyms,
Yes.
I can't travel with a lot of stuff. So it's like, how do I build that in so that I get the
100%.
movement? And I love that idea of movement rather than exercise. Or gym.
Correct.
Because our bodies are designed. So fantastic. So then, any last comment?
No, I'm just so excited to be able to offer ladies this opportunity, basically to reconnect to their bodies, because often, we don't take care of our bodies, and our bodies are us. We need to take care of our bodies, and I'm looking forward to the opportunity to get women to reconnect, understand who they are, and basically how to take care of themselves.
And again, Venetia for me really epitomizes that. She really lives that ethos of the live, train. No, eat, train, live. There we go. Got to get the right order.
Yes.
Not eat, pray, love. Eat, train, live.
Close.
New one. So thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to seeing you hopefully on one of our retreats that we run.
Lovely. Thank you.
Oh, press it.